Hello guys and gals, it's your boy Spud here, and welcome to Enjoy Life Music, where we talk about everything music related in Japan, Korea, and sometimes Asia in general. And today I have a Who the Hell Is video for you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been gone for a while, but I'll explain that at the end of the video. Anyway, we'll be talking about Yuri. So, Yuri is pretty new to the professional music world, and I figured now's a good time to talk about him, so here we are. So without further ado, let's dive on in. Kimura Yuri was born on March 23rd, 1994 in Chiba Makuharashi. Firstly, this is a little ironic because this is where the Makuhari Messe Concert Hall is located. You know, there are lots of great singers that perform there, and it's also where the Tokyo Game Show is held every year. So there's that too. Before Yuri was known as an individual artist, he was part of a rock band called the Bugsy. This band was active from 2014 to 2019, and he was the band's vocalist. However, Yuri didn't join the band until February 2016, and the members of the band were excited to have him because of that extra edge he had in his vocals. Whatever that means. Unfortunately, the band disbanded in May of 2019, despite joining up with the music label group Platinum Productions. Despite being disbanded, Yuri went on to pursue his career as a singer and songwriter. Fortunately, at that time, he was already living in Tokyo, so he was able to perform lots of live performances around Shibuya, Shinjuku, you know, all those really crowded areas where you can potentially get a music label to notice you. In October of 2019, Yuri performed My Story's Hana 0714 at Shibuya Crossing, and he garnered a fair amount of attention. Actually, he garnered so much attention that the vocalist Hiro joined Yuri and sang with him. The following month, Yuri appeared as a surprise guest singer at My First Story's concert in Saitama. Granted, it was for an encore performance, but nevertheless, it was still exposure to the world. In this case, mostly Japan at that point. On December 1st, Yuri made his Indies debut with Kakurenbo and ranked 4th on the iTunes chart. On the same day, My First Story also released their version of Kakurenbo. So Kakurenbo was basically talking about a breakup from a guy's perspective. Yeah, that's actually going to come into play later, but we'll get there. We will get there. At this time, Yuri was still considered as an indies singer, and before he moved into the big leads, did I say big leads? Jesus Christ. Before he moved into the big leagues, he released one last song as an indies artist, and that song was Kagome. Kagome was released on February 28th and ranked number 1 on the Hikousen indie charts. Am I saying that right? Hikousen? Maybe I should just say USEN charts. Either way, you'll know what I mean. If I'm being honest, Kagome is actually my favorite song by Yuri, especially now that I've had a chance to go through all of his music. And yeah, that one's my favorite. So, sorry Dry Flower. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about that later. On August 9th of 2020, he signed with Sony Music and released Peter Pan as his first major debut song. Now when I listen to this song, sometimes his voice reminds me of Taka from Wano Kuroku, but Maybe I'm being paranoid, maybe I'm wrong. But what do you guys think? If you agree with me, go ahead and leave a comment. If you disagree with me, leave a comment. I'm just curious, maybe I'm losing it. Later that year on October 25th, Yuuri released the song that most people know him for, Dry Flower. While Yuuri was already decently popular before the release of this song, this put him on the map. So the question is, what caused this sudden surge of popularity? Well, being the detective that I am, I decided to do some investigating, and I've come across two main reasons. The first is from the channel The First Take. Now, I've already mentioned this channel a couple of times in my previous videos, but it's where artists essentially do a first take of one of their songs. It's basically for promotional purposes, I suppose. I mean, isn't everything nowadays? This led into a domino effect, and the song was spread across social media. So you have your Insta, your TikTok, your Twitter, Facebook? Anyway, my point is, social media had a huge influence on Yuuri becoming incredibly popular. Now, I've listened to a lot of breakup songs in my time, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but this song is without a doubt in my top 20 favorite breakup songs of all time. So earlier in my video, I talked about Kakurenbo, which was also a breakup song, but in the perspective of a boy. Well, with Dry Flower, or Dry Flower, if you will, it is a breakup song from the perspective of a female. Now, granted, I am not a girl, but the lyrics still speak to me because, well, breakups are kind of the same, you know, on both sides of the spectrum, to a degree. Plus, if you weren't watching the music video, you probably wouldn't catch on to that. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, maybe you could. But my point is, it's an amazing breakup song. The melody is beautiful, the symbolism throughout the music video is great. I just love this song, and I can understand why it's one of his most popular, well, not one of his, is his most popular song to date. As of the recording of this video, the song has over 30 million views, and technically speaking, there should be even more, since these views are from the director's cut, which was released on March 18th of this year. Anyway, I feel like I put way too much emphasis on Dry Flower, but most people are curious about that song, so I guess I gave the people what they wanted. In terms of other releases, on January 23rd of this year, Yuuri released Infinity, a fun, lighthearted song that was also used as the ending theme for the anime Escato. This song did well, but it wasn't on the same level as Dry Flower. It ranked 37 on the Billboard Japan Hot 100 and 20 on the Oricon charts. So here's a weird but interesting fact about Infinity's music video. So if you go on YouTube and search for Infinity music video, nothing appears. That's weird, right? Considering Infinity used to have a music video. In the video, there is a scene of people skateboarding around Kotaku Park, which is strictly prohibited. And because of that, the video was removed. I guess the government thought it would influence people to actually go around and skateboard there, even though there are signs that say skateboarding prohibited, etc. So I don't really get why they did it, but as my wife always says, Yuuri released 3 more songs, Sakura Baret, Hikousen, and his latest song, Shatta, which was released on July 7th. While Yuuri has released numerous songs, my favorite will always be Kagome, at least for now. However, overall, I think his best song is Dry Flower. So hey, I am fair. I can understand the high appeal of Dry Flower. Oops. Now, if you notice, I haven't really talked too much about Yuuri's personal life, and that's because there's not much information about his personal life. However, if you guys love juicy gossip, ooh, juicy, some of you may not get that, but you'll get it in a second. So there have been some talks about Yuuri and some issues he's been having with his side girl. Or maybe I should say side girls. That's right, guys. Yuri is kind of a player, apparently. I'm personally not saying it. I'm just going by the hundreds and hundreds of articles talking about this situation. This relationship scandal, if that's what you want to call it, has to do with the now former Juice Juice member, Takagi Sayuki. Regardless, I'm here for the music. I'm not so concerned with his personal affairs, but I'm just throwing that out there. If you guys are interested, you can find some stuff around the interwebs. Although I do find it kind of ironic, he made probably one of the most popular breakup songs of this generation, and yet he is going around just well, breaking hearts.
Boo!
As of now, Yuri probably won't be doing anything major considering he contracted corona back on July 25th. I'll be honest, I'm not worried. He's a young guy. He'll recover quickly. I'm pretty sure of that. He's got great health care and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure. It's Japan, everybody has great health care. And I suppose some people are happy about this because of his recent scandal, if that's what you want to call it. I guess some people would say jigo jitoku, you get what you deserve, but whatever. Once again, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. But I want to end this video on a good note. So I will say this much. Although Yuri doesn't have the largest discography out there, considering he is still new, I find his music to be pretty fun, especially his earlier work. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not poo-poo for Yuri, but I do believe he has a lot to offer outside of Dry Flower. Because it seems that's all the media does when they address him. They always address Yuri as Dry Flower's singer Yuri, which is a great way to become a one-hit wonder, which is something I don't want to happen to any artists out there unless they are just godly awful. No offense. Although I think that won't be the case because it seems that Yuri is really pushing forward with his songs. He doesn't want to be that one guy who's just known for one song. And you can tell because he's released 4 songs within this year alone. So he's obviously trying to not get stuck in that little Dry Flower shell. Because if that happens, well, eventually everyone will break up with him. Anyway, keep pushing through, Yuri. I'm sure you'll be okay with all your future endeavors. I hope. Just, watch it with the women. Control yourself. Alright everyone, that was my video for Who the Hell is Yuri? What do you guys think? So, for the people who know Yuri, what is your favorite song? Do you prefer his old school music, and I put that in air quotes, or his newer music? Basically his indies music or his mainstream music. And for those who don't know Yuri, well, thank you for watching the video, and definitely check out his channel. He's got some good stuff on there. You'll probably find something that you like. I hope. Because that's my job, to spread awareness of Japanese music out there. Oh, and K-pop, and K-rap, and K-rock, and some really good Indian music I've been listening to, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, if you liked the video, be sure to obliterate that like button like Obelisk the Tormentor. And if you loved the video, be sure to subscribe with Sailor Moon's heart attack power. That didn't sound as smooth as I thought. Please subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter because I do post there occasionally. And like I said before, I haven't been posting because I've been in the process of moving. So my videos are kind of scattered all over the place. Normally I do try to post every week, but things have been very chaotic for me. Regardless, probably within the next 2 weeks, this whole location will change, so look forward to that. Also, thank you for everyone who has subscribed to my videos and left comments. It's very exciting to see people actually talk with one another about their thoughts on different musicians and whatnot, so I appreciate that. I may not say much, but I am always watching. I am the Watcher. Anyway, enjoy life, enjoy music. Peace.